Hi there, and welcome back to another Spotlight here at PES. Today we're actually going to be covering marketing, which is ourselves. I'm head of marketing, and Raymond here is my marketing associate here at Product Solutions. So we're just going to quickly chat through kind of where we've been marketing-wise over the past couple of years, where we're going, and what we're currently doing and how that's changed and evolved over the past couple of years. So if you just want to quickly take us through what you do here, your journey with marketing and some of your views on that.
Sure. So I've now been with PES for just over a year. When we started, we had around about 8 to 10 people, somewhere around about there, and we were marketing mainly to the guys on the high street. We had one of a large client, and we had a couple of the smaller sort of businesses that we were managing and dealing with at the moment, and that was basically where we were at. That's who we were pitching to. That's who we were aiming for.
Kind of strategy at that point.
Yeah, we didn't want to kind of veer off that in the sense of we wanted to be able to deliver to who we already had, but we also wanted to be appealing enough to people, and so we thought we would set our sights to what we thought was manageable to us. Now, coming from that, we were doing very sort of, one blog a month type of thing. We had a social media strategy in place, but we were kind of relaxed about that, and we knew what we were posting, but we didn't really have a lot of momentum, a lot of drive.
Yeah, well, we're really too big into the analytics side of stuff, actually realising, when we post this at this point, do people really care?
So yeah, coming from where we were, in terms of that kind of generalised idea and very focused on who we wanted to approach and who we wanted to appeal the system to. That wasn't going to last, obviously, for so long before we started to drum up a wee bit of attention and things, because obviously what we were doing worked for what we did at the time, but that obviously started to snowball and we started to grow a bit more from that side of things. So we basically sort of focused a bit more on our social media. We started putting more content up, and the growth from that was just incredible. And it was actually quite good, because hand in hand it grew with the company, and the marketing side grew with the company, and because NetSuite's such a scalable system and we use it ourselves internally, so we were able to manage that growth internally as well. And in terms of wrapping all that up in one big package, we did grow together as a unit, as a body, and it really did work for us. So it's really good to see the contrasts from where we started off, like I said, with the 8 to 10 people. Now we're sitting here with 24 people, our own office, guys here out in the States, guys in Germany, and guys down in Dublin and things, and it's really good to see, like I said, where we're coming from and where we're going. It's really encouraging.
Yeah, it's been great, I guess, as well, in the sense things have got a lot easier now, in a sense, for us, not taken away from our job and what we do, obviously, but in the sense, we've got guys who are experts in their field. Like, we did at the point, obviously, where we were going, but we've just gathered this experience as we've went, and as we've grown, we've attracted people with our ethos and our culture within the company. We've attracted people who are really excited about what we do, our outlook, product solutions, and what we stand for. And we've attracted experts of such a high caliber that now, really, I guess our job is coming that wee bit easier. Where before, when I first started by myself, I was trying to market this new product. NetSuite was relatively new, obviously, compared to the big players like SAP and Oracle. So I was trying to market this kind of new product, new small startup business, and it's really difficult to do that with B2B, especially when you take into account it's not like a B2C or even a B2B product where somebody can go on your website, click and buy. It's a journey, and really we want to. Part of our marketing strategy, what I want and what my vision has been, is I want to take people on that journey, because it's not an easy decision. When people make that switch, when they want to make that switch from their older product or older system or software to something new, it's not as easy as just going to our website, click and buy, and that's there you go, you plug and play. It's a journey. It can take 6 months to a year for some. We've seen people up to a year.
Oh yeah, easy.
Taking time to make that choice to actually move over, and actually that time to make sure what we're doing is right as well. So. I mean, it's not been easy, but now it's getting that point where we've got the R&D guys, and the R&D guys are coming off with incredible stuff, like the facial recognition stuff, the sign-in apps for the meeting rooms, all this other cool stuff, the Jumbotron that we've been working on. So I mean, having things like that we use ourselves, that we know fill a gap we don't have, that'll obviously fill a gap that another organisation needs filled as well. I mean, having something like that we can market, that we can put on our site, we can say, here, this is something we know we needed. Do you need it too? Because we know we don't want to just market a feature. Like, I don't want to just market NetSuite. As much as our product, I don't want to just market product or solutions, because in the end of the day, it doesn't matter who we are. It matters what we're bringing and the value we add, the clients and customers we work with. So it's kind of becoming easier in that sense where we can actually go, we're basically our own case study, which is really good because we can then go, actually, we use this system. We use these products. This is something that we do day in, day out. Yeah. We can stand over them. We've made them ourselves. So if something goes wrong, we know exactly where to look to fix them. R&D guys definitely, maybe not me, but R&D guys definitely know where to look to fix something. So in that side of things, it's been really encouraging where it's added this new depth of there's certain things that we used to have to worry about in the marketing sense that we don't anymore. I'm not worried anymore about getting X number of page views per week or whatever, because we see that growing just through what we do. Yeah. Whereas before I was monitoring that all the time, I was noting down, I was going, oh, this week we haven't, we're up, we're down, but we have this constant incline of going, actually, I don't really need to worry about that as much. I don't look at our analytics every single day. Yeah. And it's something that I can stand secure in, and I can focus on other things, other projects. Like we recently, about 6 months ago, we started up our first AdWords campaign. Bits and pieces like that where we can actually go, there's other levels now. Let's keep building and moving and growing with the company, like you said.
Definitely, and it's that development, like that journey that we've been on, that we're coming through, and like you said, the R&D guys and the professional services guys, they're just giving us so much content to be able to market. Like you say, with the facial recognition stuff and with everything else, the Jumbotron and all that's going on, and because NetSuite is such a scalable system that it all just bleeds into it, and the fact that we're able to actually come along and offer things that aren't being offered by very many other people.
Anyone else? There's some things we offer that nobody's done.
Yeah, and I mean our R&D guys and professional services guys are just hitting the nail on the head every time, and just like you say, it makes our job so much easier in terms of the marketing, that you don't have to focus on your
smaller things,
your smaller things. All we got to do is just show everybody what we can do, what we've got going, and we're already starting to see that working for us. We're getting leads coming through because we're putting up groundbreaking stuff, and we're just a small company from Hollywood, Northern Ireland. We're not really the big four, we're not one of the big players in the league, but we're starting to see guys.
Well, that's the thing, we've won business against some of the big four guys. Exactly. We've went up against those guys and we've won business over them, and a lot of it comes down to we are at this point in time that more personable company. We know the people we work with, we care about. They're not a number in our books. We're not just the financials we bring in. We care. It matters just that we really want to do good work, obviously. And that's kind of key, I think, as well, and where we're at that point. And it's enjoyable to be at, but it's also managing that culture and where we're at and making sure we move forward with that same culture. I personally, as head of marketing, I never want a client or a customer to ever just be another number on our books. I want to make sure they're getting what they deserve, what they are getting benefits their company and fits their company, and that we're constantly at the top of our game. Which, like you touched on as well, I didn't know our professional services guys. Some of the experience those guys have is just incredible. It's just insane, and it's totally invaluable to our organisation, and it's been crazy. But at the same time, it's that extra level of going, actually we can create this other level of focus on the marketing side to go, let's keep building, let's keep growing, let's keep putting on top of this, because the more we do, the more we see.
So just on the fact that you mentioned about the professional services guys, the guys with that type of skill set that we're attracting are guys from the big companies or from the big hitters, really, and to be able to actually attract people who want to come and work for the smaller guy as opposed to the bigger guy, it really does hit home that we're going in the right direction, and because again we go back to the scalability in NetSuite, and then because the product's good, because our R&D guys are adding to it and they're doing absolutely groundbreaking stuff, the professional service guys are saying, I want a bit of that, I want to get in and jump on board with that, and it's really, really encouraging. Like we said, coming from yourself, you had 4 people in the office at the time. Whenever I started with 8, and now we're sitting with 25.
And more people coming on board. Literally this week
growing, and to see that growth and to attract those types of guys and to be doing the groundbreaking stuff is just really it's awesome to see, and it's really fun to be a part of. So by all means, guys, go to the YouTube channel, go to the website. All the links should be all throughout the video, so please do check out all the things that we're putting up there, and you'll actually get to see what the R&D guys are doing. We did a spotlight video 2 weeks ago with those, so you'll be able to go into a bit more on what they're talking about, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks you'll see the professional services guys coming and just sharing a bit of that wealth with you, as well as our demos and things as well. So by all means, just go and have a look and see what we've got going. But for sure, I mean, I'm excited about where we're going. I'm really, grateful for a company that exists like this, that I can grow from my own personal development. And it's an awesome journey to be on.
Yeah, it is. It's great. It's definitely exciting from where I'm sitting as well. You're going, my team's growing, and they keep focusing on that and going, we want to just keep making sure we're developing top level stuff, that we're delivering top level, and that we are not marketing for marketing's sake, but for the sake that we know this works. And yeah, it totally is. It's really exciting. So yeah, if you want more information, do feel free to contact us at engage@productorsolutions.com. Feel free to ask if there's anything else you'd like us to cover, anything you'd like us to go into, or any spotlight video you'd like, or a subject video. Let us know about that. Do interact with us. We would definitely get back to you and reply. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed it. It gives you a bit of an insight into what we do here. And we hopefully see you next week when we talk a bit more to some of the other guys within Proctor Solutions. But thanks a lot.